the congregation to give. And they always say, oh, it's for the church. But we know it's going to the head pastor, to the lead pastor, and he's second in command. And when you see, as I said, people have posted my post today, very interesting when I saw some of these pictures, and you'll see like the job titles, the most highest paid job roles in the churches. And as we know, it's always the senior pastor, and then you have like the second in command pastor, and it goes down and down and down. Admin is always near the bottom, and accounting is always near the bottom
of the pay scale in the church.
Yes, exactly. And you just think, oh, wow. Because, okay, you just mentioned tithes, didn't you? Tithing. And that's what they call giving money in the church, isn't it? Sort of thing. And when they say tithing, I have noticed that a lot of these preachers, they say, yeah, you tithe and you give money. And you notice the words they choose. Tithing is giving. Basically, they're trying to make people feel like they're giving of their own accord, which in a way, yes, they are. But they just want too much giving going on. They're a little bit malicious because every time you step in the church, they want you to tithe.
Well, when the meaning of that group, as we talked about a little bit earlier, was to bring together people, to come together for a common purpose, to find comfort, to learn, to get edification, all those good things about what the structure of that group of people, whether it's a church or a mosque or wherever you're going, a temple, yes. All those in the beginning were built, and that it was organized for good. Right. In the beginning. I have that feeling. I have the feeling that it started so that, hey, me and Avani, let's get together and let's study what we think this means and what people talk about this person who lived, who he was and what he did. And then some of the goodness that we learned from that person. We go out to the public and we share that. We go out and do good things for the homeless or do good things for children, whatever the case may be. So that's the original space started there as far as I'm concerned. Okay. But then because it's human beings here we're dealing with. And when you deal with human beings, everybody does not have the right frame of mind to do well. Everybody doesn't have the same thought to do well by all people around them. Some people have the thought to do well for themselves. And if it affects other people in a positive way, great, but I'm going to do for me.
And only me. They only think about themselves.
Exactly. And so I think the churches evolved into that. And I think you had people, whether it was Catholic or Protestant or evangelical people or whatever it was. I think we have evolved into a space where you have tiers or structures of people within these organizations. And depending on who it is almost.
And it's an organization, people. Let's be clear.
It's an organization.
I ain't going to say that. Okay, you can read between the lines now.
Right. But I'm not even going between the lines today. I'm just going straight for what I've said it before, so it's not anything shocking. But these are organizations created by human beings. And so when you start with that, if everybody was on a spiritual plane and we were all basically spiritual beings, and we all basically could just share thought. If everybody could know what everybody else was thinking, that would change a whole lot.
Okay, so you think if people knew that these people are trying to please them, maybe they wouldn't be so.
You couldn't do it though. If everybody could read everybody else's mind, what could you hide?
Right. So maybe they would know that, our pastor really just wants our money so he can spend.
Thank you.
On himself, and he ain't trying to help us. And what he's telling us is just so that he's giving us a bit of a comedy show and making himself feel good as he boasts. But other than that, he's not really doing anything really for our spiritual well-being.
Right. And so that being said, everybody can't read everybody else's mind. So you have those people who take this power, because it is power, to be a minister and to guide people. Some people take this power, my opinion again, but I'll say it to a minister to his face. They take this power and they use it not for good. And I interviewed
for
a
their
minister.
own good, isn't it?
For their
No one
own
else
good. But I interviewed a minister on the Community Connection with JC when we interviewed a minister, and this minister said something that I have taken with me from that point back in, I think it was around September or October of last year. Because I had asked him, I said, there are people that are called to ministry. Because I do feel that some people do have a good heart, and they're trying to really enrich people around them and help the sick.
Absolutely. We got to stress that, people. Just in case you're thinking I'm a downing. I'm not a downer on church and preachers, but this particular genre.
Well, but the person said, which matches what your subject is today. For some people, this is a calling, and for some people, it is a career.
Or a legal hustle.
A legal hustle, whatever you want to call it, but it's two different things. If you are called into the ministry, you're going to me, act a certain way, and you can still be successful and you can still make money.
Yes.
But
of course,
if it's a career,
you can't live on fresh air, but
career thought process as a minister is a bad thought process.
Yeah, because it's money, just money. You got to have some money. That's Leroy. I'm sure his name is Leroy Williams. I must look it up. Oh my gosh, everything is money. Sometimes I couldn't even understand what he was saying apart from when he said money. Because he's clear when he says that. Very clear. Who goes around telling the world they got a $16,000 dog? I got a $16,000 dog.
Well, but you say that, and that's the other part of it. I mean, we began the show talking about, I guess, the beginnings of what megachurches are and the goodness and the realness of the organizations that are churches. Because I do believe that there can be large churches. I know some people that go to large churches who have been to mega churches.
Church. Again, I don't want to say, oh, you shouldn't go to a large church. No. But I'm sure you will know, people, the difference between a, as we are going to be calling them, rock star preacher and a true preacher who, as K Rose has just said, is not in it for the career, but in it for the calling, who wants to help people, who wants to be there. There's a big difference, isn't it?
And people need to understand that, but we talk about it on the show all the time. There is a percentage of people who are the leadership, and they're leaders of the world. And when I say leader, it doesn't mean you have to be a president or something like that, but you just have you meaning those people that have this quality. You're a leader, and you know that you lead. You know that people follow you. In many cases, you might be a young artist, and you may be with a group of people, and you may be the catalyst for all type of great things with music. Right. And there may be people jealous in those organizations. And those people that are jealous in those organizations may want your shine, and they may want to take your position.
Can they do what you do?
But they're not leaders.
Usually not.
Those are the people that want to be leaders.
Remember I said to you a couple of shows ago, sometimes when people want to be trying to move in on you, as it were. Listen, if you can do it the way I was doing it, then fine. All power to you. You're supposed to take things forward. But if you just want to come in and mash up the show, people ain't supposed to want to mess with you because you are trying to mess things up. But obviously, those there on that side, they're not seeing that. They're just hearing what you're saying.
Right.
Okay. But unfortunately,
part of leadership is you have to make a decision also. Do you want to continue to be involved with that group of people who may want to follow someone else? We got the big 10 Commandments movie that I kind of hate now because they don't have any descriptions of black people in there. All these people in the 10 Commandments are, other than the Ethiopians bringing gifts and all this other crap. But now, see, I'm on a tangent. Sorry. But anyway.
Okay, well, you're going to be on another tangent soon when I tell you this next link 5. Okay, remember you were just talking about tithing? People, get ready. Creflo Dollar told his congregation, and this is a video, so you can enjoy this and tell us what you think. Pay tithes or get shot. Okay, hello. Pay tithes or get shot. Apparently that's what he said. And I looked at that and I was like, okay, sounds like he said to the congregation, they better start giving him the money.
Pay
as ODB
tithes.
says. You better give him my money.
Pay tithes, okay? Or get... Okay, let me digest this for 1 second.
You know what to do. I ain't playing with you. I'm telling you, that's what he said. Pay tithes or get shot. And I thought, Is it? Okay, so he's saying if they don't pay, he wants to shoot them, or someone's going to shoot them.
Okay, you're in the pews at church, okay, and your minister basically says all those people out there, they're enriching you with all this knowledge and all this goodness, and then they turn around, hey, if you don't, and by the way, we're getting ready to pass that plate, and if you don't pay,
something bad's going to happen to you.
Something's going to happen, and then you hear the shotgun blast.
Or he just said, sometimes they say to you, so he might even have said it in a metaphorical sense, like get shot, but he may not have said, oh, you will actually get shot, but something really bad is going to happen to you. And he makes them feel bad, so they feel that they've got to give out the money. So, because they don't want anything bad to happen to them. Because I think that the way that a lot of these, again, rock star preachers, as we're calling them today, basically, they're trying to say to their congregations, we are giving you, supposedly, guidance, we're here for you, and obviously as well, yes, I've mentioned it earlier, entertainment. And they're saying, okay, well, as far as they're concerned, the preachers, that is, they want the congregation to pay to pray so that the preacher can help them find better days. Basically, when they die, if you've paid tithes when you went to church, you're supposed to go to heaven or the promised land or whatever you want to call it. But if you didn't pay, then your soul is headed somewhere else. They're trying to make them feel bad. So that they'll be like, okay, I better give. I got to give. And even sometimes that old lady who may not be able to give is still giving what she can't really afford to give. That's when I've got a problem with it, K-Rose. That's bad.
Well, I have a problem with it when they're asking me for money and I can't tell where the money is going to.
Oh, with this lot, trust me, you don't have to worry about not being able to tell. I told you this one says his daughter drives how much £1,000 Mercedes. His son's got another expensive car. He spent $16,000. I repeat, people, $16,000 on a dog. Okay, a dog.
So, what part of the message does this make me feel better?
Well, because you're supposed to be happy for him that he's got your money and he's spending it in this way, innit?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, that's how you're supposed to feel better. He lets you in his church to hear him preach to you that the money you are giving to him in the form of tithing is enriching his life. So him and his family are living in a nice big house. Okay, but what if you ain't living in a nice house too? And so you've given your money to him. What about you?
And so I'm happy for him. I'm so happy that I'm going to triple the amount that I'm going to give now. That's how I'm going to do this.
Please, people, I want to know what everyone thinks, K-Rose, because I told you today's show topic is At Ask Avani Show, you know where to go because we are about to take a short break. And this next track going into break, healing. I think some of these preachers need healing too because their congregations will definitely want to be healed in a better way if they decide to break away. But enjoy this track. We'll be right back on the other side after this. Hi, this is Avani, UK Soul Queen Diva, and you're tuned into the Ask Avani Show on the Get Global Network. Good afternoon and welcome back, people. You are tuned into the Ask Avani Show here on Metro Radio. Woo! This afternoon, yes, we are definitely doing it big. Today's show topic is, will mega churches ever really catch on over here in the UK the way they have done in the US? What's the appeal about rock star preachers? And what really goes on behind closed doors? That is a question I have been posing this afternoon. OMG. Welcome back to K-Rose.
Good afternoon. Good morning, Avani.
Oh, yes. And people, I have to stress again, just in case you have just joined us, yes, we are simulcasting live, I repeat, live across other radio stations in the network as well, including Soul Divas Radio, Divas on 24, Yes Sir FM, OCT Nation Radio, So Metro UK, and of course, we are here live right now on So Metro Radio. And there's more stations that are going to be added to that list going forward. Keep it locked. You're in the place to be with me, UK Soul Queen Diva. Today's show topic is just crazy, crazy, crazy. What do you think of it, Kara?
I don't think the only crazy part about it is that it is real. That's the crazy part to me. I think how a person worships is really their own thing. I can't tell you how to worship. I can't tell you how